In the intricate dance of modern romance, the most profound gestures of love are often the ones that occur in the quiet spaces between conversations. While grand, sweeping declarations have their place, there's a specific, quiet magic found in the partner who acts as a student of your soul. This is the art of tracking interests, a dedicated, proactive habit where man moves beyond passive listening to become an active observer of your world. It is a process of gathering the small data of your life, the way your eyes linger on a storefront, the specific brand of tea you mention in passing, or the childhood memory that still brings a flush of excitement to your face. When a man takes the time to document these fragments of your personality, he isn't just looking for gift ideas. He is building a comprehensive map of how to make you feel seen, valued, and understood. The beauty of this behavior lies in its selfless nature. In a fast-paced world where most people are preoccupied with their own digital echoes, having someone who filters the noise specifically to find the things that make you smile is a rare form of intimacy. This tracking isn't about surveillance or a lack of trust. Rather, it is about intentionality. It is the refusal to let your preferences fall through the cracks of a busy schedule. Whether he is utilizing a hidden notes app, consulting your closest friends, or analyzing the likes on your social media feed, his goal is to bridge the gap between your silent desires and your lived reality. He is looking for the why behind your what, seeking to understand the emotional landscape that guides your tastes. Furthermore, this level of attention transforms the very nature of a surprise. A typical surprise might be a nice dinner or a standard bouquet of flowers, gestures that are appreciated but often generic. However, a surprise born from meticulous tracking is different. It carries the weight of history. When he presents you with a discontinued book you mentioned once 3 years ago, or plans a weekend trip to a town that mirrors the aesthetic of your favorite movie, the gift itself becomes secondary to the realization that he has been paying attention all along. It proves that your words have a safe place to land and that your someday dreams are being taken seriously. This type of romantic reconnaissance also serves as a stabilizing force in a long-term relationship. As we grow and evolve, our interests shift. The person we were at 25 is rarely the same person we are at 35. By constantly updating his mental file on your likes and dislikes, he ensures that his love remains current. He isn't loving a static version of you from the past. He is loving the living, breathing, changing person you are today. In the following 15 strategies, we explore the specific, often hidden ways he maintains this connection, ensuring that every surprise feels like a personalized reflection of your true self. 1. The Stealthy Notes App entry. Behind every great surprise often lies a digital inventory that you never knew existed. When a partner utilizes a Stealthy Notes App entry, they are essentially playing the role of a romantic archivist. This isn't just about remembering your birthday or anniversary. It's about capturing the fleeting, blink-and-you-miss-it mentions of things that spark joy in your eyes. Perhaps you were walking through a crowded market and offhandedly mentioned that a specific scent reminded you of your grandmother's garden, or maybe you pointed out a niche kitchen gadget that would make your Sunday meal prep easier. While the conversation moves on for you, he is mentally flagging that moment. As soon as there is a private second, perhaps while you're looking at a menu or heading to the restroom, he pulls out his phone. The beauty of this method is its precision. Memory is notoriously fickle, and the details that make a surprise truly hit are often the ones that are easily forgotten. By documenting these snippets in real time, he ensures that when he goes to buy a gift or plan an outing 6 months later, he isn't relying on a vague, "I think she liked blue things." Instead, he has a dated, specific entry that says, April 8th, mentioned she loves the vintage cerulean glass vases from that shop on 5th. This level of dedication shows a proactive commitment to your happiness. It transforms him from a passive listener into an active investigator of your preferences. Furthermore, this habit often extends beyond material items. A Stealthy Notes app might contain a list of your comfort movies for a rainy day, a list of foods you're allergic to, or even a list of topics that make you feel anxious so he can help you avoid them. It becomes a manual for how to love you better. When he finally reveals the surprise, whether it's that specific vase or perfectly curated bad day kit, The impact comes from the realization that he was paying attention when you didn't even realize you were speaking. It validates your thoughts and makes you feel seen in a world where most people are just waiting for their turn to talk. It is the ultimate quiet labor of love, requiring no immediate credit but yielding a massive emotional dividend. 2. Monitoring your social media likes. In the modern era, our digital footprint is a roadmap to our deepest desires, and a partner who monitors your social media likes is essentially studying that map. While scrolling through Instagram, TikTok, or Twitter might seem like mindless consumption to you, the things you engage with are data points for him. If you are constantly double-tapping photos of a specific interior design style, or if your liked videos are full of a particular travel destination, he is taking mental or physical notes. This isn't about surveillance. It's about understanding the aesthetic and experimental world you inhabit when you're just being yourself. Social media often serves as a digital mood board for our aspirations. We like things we want to own, places we want to visit, and versions of ourselves we want to become. By paying attention to these interactions, he gains insight into your evolving tastes. If he notices you've shifted from liking minimalist jewelry to bold, chunky statement pieces, he can pivot his future gifting strategy accordingly. It allows him to stay current with who you are today, rather than who you were when you first met. This prevents the awkwardness of receiving a gift that felt like you 3 years ago but no longer fits your vibe. Moreover, this method allows for surprises that feel serendipitous. Imagine mentioning a specific boutique once, and then weeks later, he surprises you with something from their new collection because he saw you like their announcement post. It feels like magic, but it's actually the result of careful observation. He is looking for the patterns in your digital behavior, the creators you follow most closely, the recipes you save, and the memes that make you tag your friends. By synthesizing this information, he can create surprises that resonate on a personal level, proving that he is invested in the things that pique your curiosity and fuel your inspiration during your downtime. 3. The wait, show me that again strategy. The wait, show me that again strategy is one of the most effective ways he can gather information without tipping his hand. This usually happens in a casual setting. Maybe you're scrolling through your phone while sitting on the couch together, or you're flipping through a magazine. You see something you like and make a quick comment. But before you can move on, he interrupts your flow with genuine-sounding curiosity. By asking to see it again, he is forcing a double-take that allows him to burn the image, the brand name, or the specific features of the item into his memory. This tactic is brilliant because it disguises his research as simple engagement with your interests. It makes the conversation feel collaborative rather than like a formal inquiry. When he asks, "What was that brand again? That's a cool logo," or "Wait, why did you like that specific color?" he is gathering the why behind your preferences. This helps him understand the logic of your taste. If he knows you like a certain jacket because of its sustainable materials rather than just its look, he can find other surprises that align with those same values. He's looking for the nuances that make a gift meaningful. It also provides a natural opening for him to ask follow-up questions that might otherwise feel suspicious. If he suddenly asked, "What size shoes do you wear in this specific brand?" out of nowhere, you'd know something was up. But if he asked it while you're looking at a photo of those shoes together, it feels like a natural part of the discussion. This strategy allows him to build a comprehensive profile of your wants while maintaining the element of surprise. It's a tactical maneuver wrapped in a cloak of shared interest, ensuring that when the surprise eventually arrives, it is exactly what you wanted, down to the smallest detail. 4. Subtle probing via mutual friends. Sometimes the best way to get the inside scoop is to go to the people who have known you the longest. Subtle probing via mutual friends or family members is a classic move for a partner who wants to get a surprise exactly right, but is afraid of getting it wrong. He knows that you might share things with your best friend or your sister that you wouldn't necessarily mention to him, perhaps because they are frivolous or because you don't want to seem like you're dropping hints. By reaching out to your inner circle, he's tapping into a secondary database of your desires. This process requires a fair amount of social engineering. He has to be careful not to make it obvious, or else word might get back to you. Usually, this involves a reconnaissance text or quiet conversation at a party. He might ask your best friend, "Hey, I know she's been looking at new hobbies. Did she ever mention which camera she was actually looking at? Or does she still want to go to that concert? Or has she moved on to something else?" These friends become his co-conspirators, helping him navigate the complexities of your current wish list. This method is particularly useful for big-ticket items or life-changing surprises. If he's planning a trip or a major purchase, he wants to be 100% sure it's what you want. Your friend can provide the historical context. She's wanted to go to Iceland since she was 12, that he might not have. It also creates a sense of community around your relationship. When you find out later that he went to the trouble of consulting the people you love to make sure you are happy, it adds an extra layer of sentimentality to the surprise. It shows that he respects your relationships and values the opinions of the people who know you best. 5. Observing what you linger over while window shopping. Window shopping is a low-stakes activity that provides high-value data. When you walk through a mall, a downtown district, or even a grocery store, your eyes naturally gravitate toward things that interest you. A partner who is tracking your interests will intentionally slow his pace to match yours. He isn't just walking beside you. He is watching your eye movement. He notices which displays make you stop in your tracks, which fabrics you reach out to touch, and which items make you sigh and say, "Maybe one day." This physical interaction with objects provides information that digital tracking cannot. He can see your physical reaction, the way your face lights up or the way you linger at a window even after you've started walking away. This lingering is a powerful indicator of genuine desire. It's the difference between a passing thought and a true want. He notes the specific store, the price point, and your verbal justifications for why you aren't buying it for yourself in that moment. "It's too expensive," or "I don't have anywhere to wear it." These observations often form the basis for just because surprises. Because he saw you wanting it in person, he knows the physical reality of the item meets your expectations. He doesn't have to worry if the color looks different in real life or if the quality is poor. He has seen you interact with it. When he goes back later, perhaps the next day or even a week later, to purchase that item, he is essentially removing the barriers you put up for yourself. He is saying, "I saw you wanted this, and I think you deserve to have it." It's a way of rewarding your restraint and showing that your silent wishes are heard. 6. Bookmarking links you send just for fun. In the flow of a modern relationship, we send each other dozens of links every week. They might be TikTok recipes, Zillow listings for houses we can't afford, or funny products on Amazon. Most people look at these links once and forget them. However, a partner who is dedicated to surprising you treats these links like a curated catalog. He bookmarks them. He creates a folder in his browser or a dedicated chat thread where he saves the things you've sent just for fun. What you might consider a throwaway link is often a window into your subconscious. You sent it because it resonated with you in some way. Even if you said, "Look how crazy this is," or "I wish I could do this," he recognizes the underlying interest. If you send him a link to a specific hotel in a city you've never visited, he doesn't just see a cool building. He sees a potential future anniversary trip. If you send a link to a ridiculous designer bag, he sees a goal for a future milestone gift. The strategy here is long-term. By bookmarking these links over months or even years, he builds a library of your taste that evolves as you do. This allows him to be the person who says, "Remember that weird hotel you sent me 3 years ago? I booked us a room." It creates a narrative of long-term attention. It proves that he hasn't just been listening to you lately, but that he has been paying attention to the entire trajectory of your interests. It turns a fun link into a tangible reality, proving that no thought you share with him is too small to be saved and valued. 7. Listening for recurring mentions of specific brands. We all have hero brands, those companies that we trust implicitly or whose aesthetic perfectly aligns with our own. You might not even realize how often you mention them. You might say, "I love how this brand does their packaging," or "their leggings are the only ones that don't slide down." A partner who is tracking your interests is listening for these repetitions. He knows that if a brand name comes up 3 or 4 times in different contexts, it's a safe bet for a future surprise. This is a form of brand loyalty reconnaissance. By identifying your favorite brands, he minimizes the risk of a gift fail. If he knows you are obsessed with a specific skincare line, he can safely buy the new product they just launched because he knows you already trust the formula. It's a way of ensuring that his surprises are practical as well as emotional. He's looking for the labels in your closet, the logos on your vanity, and the tabs open on your laptop. Furthermore, this helps him navigate the world of quality. If you've mentioned that a certain brand makes the best coffee beans, he won't waste money on a generic brand, even if it's more expensive. He wants to give you the specific version of the thing you love. This shows a deep level of respect for your expertise in your own life. He is acknowledging that you know what you like, and he is willing to do the legwork to procure exactly that. It's about the right thing, not just a thing. 8. Tracking your Pinterest boards or wish lists. Pinterest and Amazon wish lists are the ultimate cheat codes for partners. While Pinterest is often seen as a place for dreaming, it is actually a very organized database of a person's aesthetic soul. If he has access to your Pinterest, he isn't just looking at the pictures, he's looking at the themes. Are you pinning a lot of dark academia fashion? Are you pinning Mediterranean recipes? Are you pinning DIY home renovation projects? These aren't just images. They are projects he can help you realize. Tracking a wish list is even more direct. Many people use wish lists as a to-buy-later list or a place to store things they want but feel guilty purchasing. By keeping an eye on these lists, he can see exactly what you want, in the exact size and color you need. He can wait for these items to go on sale, or he can snag them for a special occasion. It removes all the guesswork and ensures that the surprise is something you genuinely need or want. The subtle art here is not letting on that he's checking. If he buys something from your wish list the day after you add it, the secret is out. Instead, he might wait a few weeks or months, allowing you to forget you even added it. When the package arrives, it feels like he read your mind. In reality, he just utilized the tools you already provided. This shows that he is tech-savvy in his affection, using every resource available to make sure his efforts are directed toward things that will actually bring you joy. 9. Noting your reactions to movie trailers and ads. Our immediate, visceral reactions to media are hard to fake. When a trailer for a new movie comes on, or an ad for a concert pops up on YouTube, your reaction, a gasp, a leaning forward, or even a "that looks interesting," is a valuable data point. He is watching you while you watch the screen. He's looking for that spark of genuine interest that suggests you'd be willing to spend your time and energy on that experience. This is how date night surprises are born. If he sees you get excited about a niche indie film, he doesn't wait for you to ask to go see it. He checks the local showtimes and buys tickets. If an ad for a food festival makes you say, "We should go to that," he doesn't just nod and forget. He puts the date in his calendar immediately. He is looking to convert your "we should" into "we are." By noting these reactions, he also learns what you don't like. If you roll your eyes at a certain type of comedy or complain about a specific artist, he knows to steer clear. This filtering process is just as important as the selection process. It ensures that the surprises he plans are high-quality experiences that you will actually enjoy, rather than obligations you feel forced to participate in. It's about maximizing your yes moments and minimizing the meh moments. 10. The best thing you ate this month check-in. Food is one of the most consistent ways we experience pleasure, and tracking your culinary interests is a surefire way to surprise you effectively. The best thing you ate this month check-in is a conversational tool he uses to keep his foodie knowledge of you up to date. He might ask this casually while you're eating dinner or driving in the car. By asking you to rank your recent meals, he is identifying your current cravings and the flavors that are resonating with you right now. This information is gold for planning surprises. If you mention a specific pasta dish from a restaurant across town, he might learn how to cook that dish at home, or he might arrange for a surprise takeout delivery on a night he knows you're tired. If you mention that you're suddenly into spicy Korean food, he might find a new hidden gem restaurant for your next anniversary. He is looking for the peak experiences in your everyday life. Food-based surprises are often the most intimate because they cater to your physical comfort. When he brings home your favorite dessert from a bakery you mentioned once weeks ago, it's a gesture that says, "I want to nourish you with the things you love." It's a sensory-based attention that proves he is tuned into your physical well-being and your simple pleasures. It turns a regular Tuesday into a celebration of your taste buds. 11. Cataloging your practical "I wish I had a" complaints. We all vent about the minor inconveniences of our lives. I wish I had a better way to organize my shoes, or I hate that my phone charger always falls behind the bed. Most of the time, these are just complaints we'll live with. But to a partner who is tracking your interests, these are opportunities for functional surprises. He is cataloging your practical frustrations so he can solve them for you. This type of surprise is less about glamour and more about acts of service. When he buys you the perfect cable management system or high-quality organizers for your desk, he isn't just giving you an object. He is giving you a smoother, less stressful life. He is showing that he listens to your struggles, no matter how small they are, and that he wants to be the person who fixes them. There is a deep sense of security in being with someone who proactively solves your problems. It shows that he is looking out for your future self. These surprises often have the longest-lasting impact because you use them every day. Every time you don't have to fish your charger out from behind the bed, you think of him. It's a way of embedding his care into the very fabric of your daily routine, proving that he is your partner in the most practical sense of the word. 12. Paying attention to your childhood nostalgia stories. Our childhoods often hold the keys to our most cherished desires. When you tell stories about the toy you never got for Christmas, the candy you used to buy at the corner store that's now discontinued, or the book series that shaped your imagination, he is listening for the emotional resonance. He knows that surprises rooted in nostalgia have a unique power to make us feel loved and understood on a foundational level. A partner who tracks your nostalgia is a bit of a treasure hunter. He might spend hours on eBay looking for a vintage version of a toy you mentioned, or he might track down a recipe for a specific dish your grandmother used to make. These surprises are powerful because they show that he values your history. He isn't just interested in the person you are now. He is interested in the child you were and the memories that made you. When he presents you with something from your past, it often triggers a deep emotional response. It's a way of reparenting or healing old wounds in a small, beautiful way. It says, "I heard you when you said you missed this, and I went through the effort to bring a piece of your history back to you." It creates a bridge between your past and your present, with him standing firmly in the middle as the person who cares enough to look back. 13. Identifying the influences or creators you admire. In today's world, we often feel a strong connection to creators, authors, and influencers who share our values or hobbies. If you're always talking about a specific YouTuber's gardening tips or an author's new book, he is paying attention to those parasocial relationships. He understands that these people represent your interests and aspirations. By identifying these figures, he can find unique surprises that you might not even know exist. This might mean pre-ordering a signed copy of a book, buying tickets to a live podcast recording, or purchasing a piece of limited edition merchandise from a creator you love. It shows that he takes your hobbies seriously. He doesn't dismiss your interest in some person on the internet. He recognizes that this person brings value to your life, and he wants to facilitate that connection. It also gives him a style guide. If you admire a certain fashion influencer, he can look at their feed to understand the kind of clothes you might want to try. It's a way of using external experts to help him understand your internal world. When he surprises you with something related to a creator you admire, it proves that he is paying attention to how you spend your free time and who you choose to listen to. 14. Analyzing your weekend travel or hobby daydreams. We all have those someday conversations. Someday we should go to a cabin in the woods, or someday I'd love to take a pottery class. To many, someday is a synonym for never. But to a partner who is tracking your interests, someday is a deadline. He analyzes these daydreams to see which ones are actually feasible and which ones you are most passionate about. He looks for the common threads in your daydreams. If your someday plans always involve nature and quiet, he knows that a surprise trip to a bustling city might not be the best idea. He is looking for the core desire behind the dream. Is it a desire for adventure, for rest, for learning? Once he identifies the core desire, he can plan a surprise that fulfills it, even if it's not exactly what you described. This type of tracking is about being the catalyst in your life. He wants to be the person who turns your dreams into plans. When he presents you with an itinerary for a weekend getaway that perfectly matches the vibe you've been daydreaming about, it's a profound gesture of support. It shows that he wants to help you live the life you've only dared to talk about in the abstract. He is the bridge between your imagination and your reality. 15. The secret screenshot technique. The secret screenshot technique is the digital equivalent of the wait, show me that again strategy. If you share your screen with him, or if you send him a photo that has something interesting in the background, he might take a screenshot for later reference. This is a high-tech way of ensuring he has the visual details exactly right. He can zoom in on labels, see specific shades of color, or identify the make and model of a product. This is especially common when you're looking at things together on a laptop or TV. He might wait until you're looking away to snap a quick photo of the screen. This digital evidence is then tucked away in a hidden folder. It's a way of capturing your interests in their most raw, unedited form. You aren't hinting, you are just looking. That makes the information even more valuable because it's authentic. The secret screenshot technique allows for incredible accuracy. When he eventually buys that item, it's not just similar to what you saw. It's the exact thing. This attention to detail is what makes a surprise truly breathtaking. It shows a level of effort that goes beyond just buying a gift. It's an act of digital detective work performed entirely in the service of your joy, ensuring that the final reveal is a perfect match for the desire he captured in secret months prior.